Have you ever felt like you never fit in? Maybe it's the way you dress, or the things you like, or even how you think. But believe it or not, being different isn't a bad thing. It's something we should be proud of, and it's essential for living a happy life. So let me tell you why being different matters, because it's kind of important. When you embrace your differences, you will find that life feels more fulfilling and true to who you are as a person. Being different is the key, not the problem. Without it, the world would be a lot more boring. Imagine if everyone thought the same way and did the same things. I don't know about you, but I would go insane if that were real life. But let's be real, society doesn't always encourage us to be different. When we're kids, we're taught to follow rules and act a certain way, just so that we won't get punished for stepping out of line. Or that's what it feels like anyway. Think about school, for example. A lot of the time, it promotes conformity, which results in a lack of creativity. The same happens when you grow up and get your first real job. The last thing you want to do is seem unprofessional by acting differently than your coworkers. It even happens on social media, which is constantly filled with the latest trends that we must follow to stay relevant. The fear of being judged often makes us hide parts of ourselves, and in return, we sometimes lose sight of who we really are. We're all stuck in a hamster wheel chasing a fake journey just to fit in with the rest, knowing deep down that maybe this isn't for us. That's when life starts to feel like crap, and the only way to get out of it is to jump off that wheel and challenge yourself. I think we all know by now that being different is important, but why does it matter? First off, we are all shaped by our own experiences growing up. That's what makes us who we are. Being different from one another leads to creativity and new ideas. The ones who stand out from the crowd have the biggest impact in life. Take the most successful people, for example. They all must have started from somewhere, right? Think about all the struggles they must have gone through to become successful. By being different, they were able to succeed. But sometimes, being different can have some side effects. Think of the last time you tried something out of the norm and challenged yourself. And I mean really pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. Maybe you wanted to start an online business, or you wanted to learn how to make money off the stock market. You will fail countless times, maybe even more times you thought was even possible. But why look at failing as a bad thing? Instead of wanting to quit right away, change your mind into thinking every failure is just another opportunity to learn. By making that tiny switch in your mind, you can't ever lose, which leads to growth over time. The hardest part of being different is what others will think of you, which leads to my next point of how to embrace your differences. Because once you learn how to do that, it's like turning on easy mode, but for real life. The thing is, you have to stop caring about what others think of you. And yes, I know, it's easier said than done, but it's so true. People will always have opinions, and not everyone will appreciate your uniqueness, but that's okay. The only thing that matters is that you appreciate it. Once you stop fitting into other people's expectations of yourself, that's when you will truly progress. I am a living case study of this. Back when I was in high school, people would judge me by what I wore and how I talked. And I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. And my mental health suffered as a result. But the more I grew up, I realized none of that really matters. By filtering out all the negative opinions people had of me, my happiness grew exponentially. And I started to turn my life around for the better, only focusing on what made me happy. But it was a difficult journey, and if you're in the same situation now, here's a bit of advice. One of the ways to make this change in your life is by surrounding yourself with people who support you, whether that be your family or even some friends you meet on Discord. Make sure to be by like-minded people. They will push you towards your goals and remind you to never give up, no matter what obstacles get in the way. And the benefits of this are insane. You will start to notice improvements in your life like your health, confidence, happiness, and self-esteem. But most importantly, you will love being different. Another way is by taking risks by trying new things. Maybe you want to be a photographer, but you're scared to post on social media because you're worried about what others will think. The only way to get through this feeling is just by doing it anyway. Everyone starts from somewhere, right? No one is going to be the best at what they do right away. Who cares if your photos are a little different from your favorite photographers? Because that is what makes yours unique. Or maybe you want to change your career to do something that aligns with your true passions. It can be a big risk, but the positives outweigh the negatives. Focus on what makes you happy rather than what makes you comfortable. It will be a challenging switch, but you will thank yourself in the long run. This change will take a lot of time, but once you accept yourself for who you are, life gets better and better with every new day. Being different is the first step in living life to the fullest, so don't take it for granted.